doesn't always arrive with warning. Sometimes it's just a shape crouched in the dark or standing a little too still.
What is that, Mommy?
These sightings show exactly how ordinary settings
AI,
can turn
mommy, that's
deeply
AI.
unsettling within seconds. So stay with me until the end. A local in Mexico, watching quietly from his window one night, noticed something moving strangely along the empty street below. A dark, hunched figure that looked more wolf than man, walking on all fours with an unnatural gait. As he kept watching, the creature suddenly turned and lunged toward
Unnatural
the window,
gait?
startling him
What in the world is
before
that?
quickly backing off and disappearing into the night. It never came back after that, leaving him terrified and unable to explain what exactly he had seen so close to his own home. The footage still circulates online. Another strange encounter
Ain't no way
nobody
that's
has ever
circulating
managed to
online.
fully explain. Scary wanderer.
Talking about straight clay man.
A local in a quiet
Fake.
Spanish town caught something on camera that nobody has been able to explain. A creature with the body of a horse but a human-like upper half, dark horns rising from its head. It paced back and forth along the empty street, almost as if searching for something, pausing every so often before continuing its restless movement through the shadows. Locals now tie the sighting to old folklore about part human beings said to roam these streets after dark, and since that night, few in town risk stepping outside once the sun goes down. Highway. Late one night on Highway 491, 490,
Talking about stick
near the
man.
Navajo Nation in New Mexico, a driver caught something crawling along the roadside on camera. The figure looked pale and unnaturally thin, moving low on all fours in a way witnesses called nothing like a human. When headlights hit it directly, it froze, slowly turning its head toward the car before staying still for several seconds. Then it slipped past the guardrail and vanished into the darkness, leaving only the footage behind. Tree demon. A man driving home one night in Iraq came across something that shook him deeply. A strange creature perched high on top of a tree along the roadside. He managed to capture it on camera before it suddenly vanished right in front of his eyes.
I'm talking
Though
about
the
a big
unsettling
giant
feeling
owl.
that it
That's what
may
it
have
looked
followed
like.
him home
Big giant
never
owl.
fully left. The road itself is said to connect to open desert, a place Bedouin tribes have long warned about, believing demons roam there after dark. According to their legends, ancient entities far older than the desert itself still dwell in that land, waiting quietly beneath the sand. Pale figure.
Oh
Late
my
one
goodness.
night, somewhere in Bolivia, a
Ain't no
tourist
way.
driving back toward his hotel had his camera catch something standing motionless along the roadside that immediately stood out against the darkness surrounding it. Pale and distinctly human-shaped, the figure remained perfectly still, closely resembling descriptions people often associate with skinwalker legends passed down for generations. Reflecting on the encounter afterward, the tourist admitted things could have gone very differently had the figure decided to chase after their vehicle instead of simply standing there watching. Road charge. Driving down a lonely
where was
stretch of
that?
road one evening, a family suddenly noticed a strange figure standing motionless along the roadside, prompting them to slow down and start recording immediately out of curiosity.
Slow down.
With
Man, I
unusually
would have
long
put that
limbs and a
thing
face resembling something
on
closer to a dog than a
blast.
person, the figure held its position only briefly before suddenly sprinting directly toward their car at surprising speed.
Oh,
Panic spread
my
instantly
goodness.
through the vehicle as the footage abruptly cut off moments later, leaving whatever happened next a mystery nobody has ever managed to piece together. Forest crossing. Patrolling quietly through a national forest in Montana late one night, a park ranger suddenly hit the brakes hard after his headlights caught something massive crossing the road directly ahead of him. Walking upright on two legs and covered entirely in dark matted fur, the figure moved with slow, heavy strides that looked disturbingly natural, almost as if it belonged there completely. He sat frozen behind the wheel with the engine still running, too unnerved to even consider stepping outside the vehicle. The figure crossed without sparing him a single glance before disappearing entirely into the surrounding tree line.
Ain't no way.
Midnight crawler. Noticing something strange crouched beside a parked car late one night, a resident of Midland, Texas, initially assumed he was simply looking at a pile of dark clothing left on the wet pavement nearby. That assumption changed instantly once the shape began moving on its own.
Dang.
Slowly rising upward, it revealed a hunched, thin body crawling forward on all fours, limbs bent at distinctly unnatural angles, with knuckles dragging steadily against the ground beneath it. Moving with a low, deliberate, stalking motion, it seemed to be tracking
they
something
just looking.
specific as it
Yeah,
crept
this can't
steadily
be
toward
real.
the curb. Horned rider.
Come on, Horn Rider. You gotta be kidding me.
Late one night on a quiet street in Columbia, residents were stunned to see a horse charging aggressively down the road, carrying something that looked far from human on its back. A horned, reddish-skinned figure gripping tightly as it rode. Locals say this is not a one-time sighting, claiming the same rider returns nearly every night, tying it directly to old regional folklore about restless spirits said to roam after dark, warning of misfortune to come. The rider tore past quickly, disappearing down the street just as suddenly as it appeared, leaving behind shaken witnesses and a video that quickly spread online, connecting an old legend to something now caught repeatedly on camera.
This is gonna be the end of my show right now. Until next time,
Cattle watch.
we're gonna end this on that note. Hip Hop Fight Club TV note.